those who become are those who never settle. They know that there is always a better and greater version.
Believers, in times of adversity, remember to anchor your faith in God's unwavering love and promises. Trust in His divine plan and find strength in His presence. May this message serve as a source of encouragement and reaffirm your unshakable relationship with Him. Remain blessed as you listen.
You do not forget those who helped you. There are many people who do not take care of their families, but sometimes you come to us as men of God and you bless us with millions, whereas the family members are suffering. It ought not to be so. Are we together now? Yes, sir. There are homes that the moment you see special plates, you know visitors are coming. They kill chicken and it's the head and the legs that the children eat. You see them standing somewhere around the kitchen as beggars in their own homes, while visitors that will betray you tomorrow, they come and they have the choice meals. I'm planting in you a seed of honor. Beware of neglecting what is close to you. The greatest gifts in your lives are the ones around you. Your father, your mother, anything you cannot pay for is God's gift to you. Don't allow your children hate you because of how you dishonor them. They go out of the house and they are treated as kings. They return back home and they are treated as rubbish. Same thing with parents. There are many young people, parents remain in the office because their children, let me tell you, there is nobody who runs away from an atmosphere of honor. There are many men today who cannot go home. Christians, as soon as they enter their homes, dishonor speaks everywhere. There are churches that dishonor their pastors, dishonor their men of God. I do not know any assembly where the man of God will not excel, knowing that his people love him sincerely. Not something you qualified for. Apostle Goodheart, thank you for being my pastor. I love you. That you can truly, he knows how comforting it will be. You can be serving in the church doing things, but your heart is sincerely not there. We're talking of a genuine connection. Let me therefore propose a few things to you as I attempt to round up. Number one, you must make a covenant with yourself and your life and your destiny, that for as long as you are planted in this assembly under God, make it a point of duty that you will stand and you will die with your pastor. Make it a point of duty that you will see to it that as he follows Christ, you are giving him the best of your support and everything. Extend that same mentality to your boss. Extend that same mentality to your children. Can I tell you this? There are many young people today who hate their parents because the parents never believed in them. They went elsewhere. Your father is not the person who gave birth to you. Your father is the person who believed in you enough to invest. Maybe this is a word that God is giving a few parents. Be careful the words you use on your children, the way you tear them down. Someday the sun will go down and the little boy today who is helpless will come to a position where you may be ashamed to lay claims. Everybody's destiny is divided into the morning stage, the afternoon stage, the evening stage, and the night stage. It says, so then teach us to number our days, that we may apply our hearts unto wisdom. This is a key that has changed my life. I'm honored today to be part of the life. This is why I'm sent to the body of Christ. You do not know what joy it gives me. Do you know, aside from being a man of God, my greatest personal legacy as a human being is to be one who lived his life loving the Lord and sincerely being a shoulder for many people. Aside being a man of God. The meaning of my name is the way to love, and it's a very powerful name. I've blessed my parents 1,000 times for being that discerning to give me such a name. I sincerely love people. I don't use people. I don't try to, no. Return to the place of genuine honor. Return to the place of genuine honor. Honor to God. There are some of us, I know now, I want to say something in 1 minute and then we're done. There are many of us here who, even though we are a congregation, the truth is, I want to tell you an uncomfortable truth. From a sociological standpoint, from a spiritual standpoint, even though this is logic, and by extension whatever church listening and following and the body of Christ, I want to bring you to a sincere realization that you are not all the same. That is the honest truth. From a standpoint of sacrifice, from a standpoint of achievement, you are not all the same, and there must be a system. I'm not trying to teach stratification. Yes, we are all equal before God, but if that statement is not balanced, it will lead to a lot of dishonor. I found out that the reason why many blessed and wealthy people do not come to church is that there is a track record of dishonor. Their sacrifices are trivialized in the name of creating a unified platform to bless people. Jesus did not hide his honor for noble people. Zacchaeus, come down, I've changed, I'm going to your house. And because of that one sacrifice, many people were forgiven. The centurion, you are a man under authority, I respect you, I don't need to come to your house, I will speak the word. No matter how high God lifts me, I'm wise enough to know that there are positions I occupy today, sociologically speaking, that is a privilege. It didn't come by age, it didn't come by qualification, and we must be wise enough to communicate the same. Is God helping us? So there are many of us that God will bring us into places where from a physical standpoint we should not be there. Don't abuse that access. When God gives you access to the ears, the hearts, the hands of kings and nobles, do not trivialize it. One time I was going to pray for a first-class traditional ruler in this nation, and when I got there, there are these people, I don't know what they call them, the ones who hold whip and ensure compliance, those guys there. And I was going to the palace, and you don't enter the palace with your shoes, you know that, right? But the man said no. He said enter, and the people were surprised. I said no sir, please let me take off my shoes. He said no, I am king. I said enter. But if I'm going to see him another day and I now buckle my shoes and just jump in, no, I will not abuse that access. Can I tell you this? Every time a man shows you uncommon access, make sure you send back a message that makes him know, I recognize this is a privilege and I do not take it for granted. I guarantee you, do that and you have secured his fear. That fear of, if I give you greater access, would you abuse it? If you let them know that you are aware that you will never abuse it, then you will see more of them. These are the keys of the kingdom.